In this video, you are going to learn how to create a campaign in Mailchimp so you can email your subscribers. So first off, log into Mailchimp and then click on Campaign in the sidebar. Then up in the top right hand corner, click on Create Campaign and choose an email campaign. Now we want to give the campaign a name. So I suggest you type in here the subject line that you intend to use. And then click Begin. Next, you want to choose who you're sending this email to. So right now you can see that I am sending this to all of my subscribed contacts, but you can edit these recipients if you want here. Next, you want to say who this campaign is sending from. So right now you can see that by default it is sending from my name and also the account that I used to sign up to Mailchimp. So this is what's going to appear in people's inboxes when they get this email from you. Now what I suggest you do here is instead of using maybe your Gmail that you use to sign up to Mailchimp with, that in here you input your domain email. For example, dara@websitesosimple.com. There are three main reasons why you would want to use a domain email to send email campaigns in Mailchimp over using a free email like Gmail or Yahoo. And the first reason is that it just creates brand recognition. Every time you send an email, people get a reminder of your website or blog name, and that helps them to build that brand recognition, and they're going to remember, tell their friends about it, etc. Second reason to send and use this domain email to send campaigns is it just looks a lot more professional than using your free email. And the third reason, and perhaps the most important reason to use the domain email to send email campaigns in Mailchimp is that it just gets delivered to more people. Here's an article from Mailchimp that really shows the limitation of using free email addresses like Yahoo, AOL, or Gmail to send as your from email address. And the main reason here is that these email providers have policies in place that are designed to prevent email scams, but can really stop delivery or cause delivery issues for legitimate marketers. So what that means is that if you have your Gmail in here and you're sending it from this address as the from address, then it's going to trigger these spam controls, and not as many people are going to see your emails because they're going to go straight to the spam box. So that is why I would recommend you use a domain email. And if you haven't set one up, I'll link to a video in the resources section showing you how to set one up in 5 minutes, and then you can input your domain email here. Finally, just note that the email you put into this from address is also the email that people can reply to when they receive the email. So keep an eye out for those emails in this inbox when you send this email campaign out. Now, one thing is that if I go to click to save this here, you will see that this address must be verified before you can send it from your domain email. So I'm going to go ahead and verify this now. So I'm going to go ahead now and click Verify Domain. And what I need to do is verify that I have access to this email address. So I'm going to send the verification to this address. Now open up that email. So I'm going to open this up. And here we can see the email from Mailchimp. And what I just need to do is go ahead and click the button to verify the email address. So now we can see that my domain is verified for sending. So what I can do is come back to my campaign. If you refresh this now, and we can see that it's going to come from my name, and now it should work because I verified it. Yeah. So now we can move on to the third step, which is to write the subject line for this campaign, which in this case, I'm just going to put as the title as before. So you can see here that there are some suggestions in terms of how to write a good subject line. So think about that, because if people don't find your subject line intriguing, if they don't have a reason then to open the email, they're not going to open it, and all of your the blog post you may have written or the sale that you have on, you won't get any sales from it unless they open the email. So subject lines are hugely important. Next, put in your preview text, and this snippet will appear in the inbox after the subject line. And to give you an idea of what this looks like, we can see here is the subject line, 5 design trends to try this fall. Here is the preview text, which is generally just the first sentence of the email, freshen up your home for the season. So if you can combine those to really capture people's attention, that can be great. Once you've done your subject line and preview text, just click save. And now we have to design the content for your email. So click on Design Email. So next you can pick a template. Some of these templates, in fact most of them are free, but there are some ones that say upgrade to use. So just keep an eye out for those. As well as using these kind of themed templates to sell products, make announcements, etc. You can just take a basic layout here and adapt it. Or if you don't want any of these buttons and layouts, you can just simply send a simple text email. But for this example, let's select the column template, and I'll show you how easy it is to adapt this so you can really send a great looking email. So you can see that there are different boxes here, and you can delete these boxes if you want. And you can also then drag and drop boxes into the email builder, and then you can upload images, so you can really make these look fantastic and eye-catching so that people, when they open them, they continue to read. To change the text as well, it's very simple. Just click on the text box, and then you can go ahead and type in headline that's going to be catching. And then you can easily edit this text as well in the same way. Now what I want to do is add in one more block. So I'm going to drag in a button block. Change this to be Learn Now. And then I'm going to put in this URL into the button to this example blog post that I've created, because I really want my subscribers to go and read this blog post to make sure that they have it. So once you've done that, you can click Save and Close. And what I would really recommend you always do is to preview the email that you're sending out and send a test email. This way you can really see what your email is going to look like to your subscribers when they receive it. This will allow you to improve it, to make it more eye-catching, and also to correct any spelling mistakes and check that the links are working. So just send it as a test email to yourself. So I'm going to click now Send Test Email. And now what you want to do is go ahead and open your email inbox to see what it looks like. So here I can see my test email. I can see my name is Dara. Maybe I'll change that to be Dara at Website So Simple, so it pops out more. I can see the subject line, which is how to send an email campaign with Mailchimp, build valuable. Hopefully that will spark enough curiosity, but maybe I can improve it. The email that they receive will not have this test here, so they'll probably see a little bit more of this preview text. I can go ahead and open the email and have a look at it as well. If I'd put in that image, it probably would be a lot more eye-catching. The text looks good. I'm going to check this link. It's an example link, but I can see that the button is working. If you're including these social media links, remember to update them. And I can also see the address and the unsubscribe button that the subscribers would see. So that all looks good. So I think a test email is just a fantastic way to see your email through your subscribers' eyes and go back and improve it if you want. So for example, click continue on this now. And I can return to any of these steps and improve them. So for example, if I want to make that a little bit better, that's going to be the name that they see it from. So that will give them a little bit more recognition when they see the email. So I have put my to address in there, who I'm sending it to. They're going to see it coming from my domain email, which will make sure it lands in more email accounts and not go to the spam. I've worked on my subject line to make it people open it. And then my content, I've checked that it is working as well. So the only final step then that you need to do is go ahead and send this email out to all of your subscribers. You can send it immediately right now, or you can also schedule it. So personally, I like to schedule my emails just to try and pick a time that will hit as many people in my audience as possible. So I'm on Irish time. I usually send my emails at the start of the week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, around 5 p.m. That means that people in my audience in San Francisco will get it about 9 a.m. People in New York will get it about lunchtime. And say people in India and that side of the world will get it about 9 p.m. So I'm trying to pick a time and a day that will people be, not too overwhelmed end of the week stuff, but also at a time that people will open it as much as possible. So that's what I'd recommend for scheduling emails, and it's usually a good idea to put a little bit of thought into that. So that wraps up how to create an email campaign in Mailchimp. Don't forget, if you want to set up a domain email so that your emails reach more people, just check for the link in the resources section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.